Introducing the all-new Corolla.
We'll take a 4-hour trip from here all the way to Dampatayan. Okay, and at that area, there's no power. There's 100% devastation over there.
GMA President Dr. Tom Shea briefed us this afternoon on where the medical team will be headed and the situation in some of those typhoon-hit areas. The first area the team will head to is Dampatayan in Cebu. There, he notes, is where the worst devastation occurred in Cebu. There is still no power and people are still suffering, he says. The second town the mission team will head to will have power, but the town is still in desperate need of medical attention and basic supplies. In that town of Sogod, he notes, there was about 80% devastation. Dr. Shea went over some of the security issues and general challenges we may face in the typhoon-stricken areas, but he also optimistically announced that GMA will be the largest private medical contingency team to help with relief efforts, something he says Guam should be proud of.
What I heard from St. Luke's is that we're actually the largest private medical delegation that's heading out to the disaster. The rest are actually all, not private, I suppose. It's public or government funded.
Guam dentist Dr. Roger Kaneshiro is also part of the medical team, and he has perhaps the most experience with medical missions. He's been on 12 missions with the Army National Guard, several of them in the Philippines.
And we're in a very, very rustic environment. We're lucky to have a cement floor. Sometimes they're dirt floors. They're usually held in schools or community centers, and it's not the type of school you would normally see here in the United States. This is really third world. They have roofs that leak. The tables are very rickety. They're very old and dilapidated.
With widespread power outages, another challenge, he points out, is lighting.
Bear in mind, we have a lot of limitations. Our basic limitations is the rustic environment, our medications, and daylight. Daylight's our biggest problem. You can't work after dark. You can't work if you can't see. If there's no electricity, we have headlamps, we have other sources of light. We do the best that we can do.
And while the situation may be dismal, Dr. Kaneshiro offers an uplifting perspective.
Every mission, there's always a patient which will come up and say something or do something. One of my most fond moments is there's this little girl, and I took out a tooth on her, and she came and she grabbed me a big hug afterwards and squeezed me and said something in Tagalog. So I asked my interpreter what she said. She said she's so happy because now it doesn't hurt. and that, my heart just sank. I had to go gather up my emotions real quick and gather my composure. But it's memories like that that makes me go back to the Philippines. I have nothing to lose. I have all to gain.